What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Boleros. Sam here with the Sultan of Sando, Gab Lim, and Mr. Maui Yap, representing the Boleros caps. Nagkataon,
The,
we're wearing all
the
three
three colors of the
colorways.
Boleros Cup. Still available, by the way. You guys want to
Nagpaparinig
compare
na,
to the
nagpaparinig
for
Out
the
of stock na
na
yung
UAAP
pink, by the
season.
way.
i-open mo na raw uli yung
Open na
ordering.
natin ulit. Sige, pwede naman. Today we are going to talk about the SEA Games, pero with a UAAP twist. So you probably saw it in the title. We're going to talk about current UAAP players that we want to see play in the SEA Games. Alam naman natin na hindi maglalaro or hindi sasali yung mga PBA players. They have an ongoing conference at that time. I think there are some B-League players joining, pero KBL, I think, wala from KBL. So, probably we can pull Coach Norman Black can pull players from the UAAP. He already invited VJ Pre. Actually, o nga ba, eligible, makakalaro nga ba yung mga UAAP players? Or
Yes, I think so. I think the rule only is passport. As long as you have a Philippine passport, you can play.
pero
So
tapos
I
na yung
think
UAAP by then.
no,
Hindi
ano,
ko pa na-check yung schedule.
I think from our good friend Matt Lee from the UAAP said that the UAAP will be taking a break in lieu of the
Oh,
SEA Games
okay.
because I think
Oh, wow! December 9 to
yeah,
20 ang SEA Games. So will we see the
yeah,
UAP go to January?
I don't know, but I
We'll
think
see.
they're planning around the SEA Games. So maybe they'll finish early, or I don't know. But
Four
alam
game
ko
days.
they're planning around it.
Oh my God, it's really a possibility.
4 game days probably. But kudos to the UAP for adjusting if that happens. No. But before we talk about that, I think a piece of breaking news, sad news actually for the Adamson Soaring Falcons. Renzo Competente suffering a knee injury. I haven't read kung ano yung actual injury, but he will be out for season 88. This sucks for Renzo Competente, who did not play for them last year. He sat out his eligibility to join Adamson. Looked good during the preseason. I think we mentioned him as one of the key preseason breakout players that we saw. Played really well for Adamson, especially nung Phil Oil tournament. What was your reaction or what are your thoughts on Adamson losing Competente and reactions to Competente's injury?
First, Sammy, I just want to say, ang ganda ng polo mo. Uh, Very astute polo compared to my sando. Uh, I still remember the days na you were trying to make me wear a collared shirt. Hasn't happened in years.
Wearing my
But
Sunday best, obviously.
sabi, but ako talaga malas. Ang malas si Renzo Competente. I mean, this guy played in FEU a couple of seasons ago, transferred to UST, didn't play a single game, and then transferred again to the Adamson Soaring Falcons. And now he's injured, and now he can't play again. Very unfortunate. He's essentially what 2 years will be out 2 years already for Renzo, and sayang because he obviously had a spot in the rotation for Adamson. He's been getting a lot of playmaking opportunities for Coach Nash, uh, and with the departure of Royce Mantua, they're gonna need his playmaking and shooting. But for Adamson, yes, they'll miss his playmaking, but I think it's another opportunity for next man up. I think you'll see more minutes from the likes of Earl Medina, the likes of AJ Franzman. I'm forgetting their other wings there, but they're plethora of wings. They have a ton of wings in a
Si
GMC.
Ron
I
June
think
na
one of
raw,
the
bro.
oh, see,
Mag-play
baka Maui. I mean, he can. Well, I don't think he can play make, but he can shoot corner threes. He can defend. I think you can see him there. But yeah, this is an opportunity for the other guys. I think it's a good thing for Earl Medina it definitely hurts Adamson. This a guy who was giving them some instant offense off the bench, a guy who can create his own shot. Uh, for Renzo Competente, sayang. I mean, he took a gamble to leave FEU and took a gamble again to leave UUST. And now he's sitting out again. Sayang. For yung former Gilas guy, I saw a lot of improvement for this off season. Uh, Probably doesn't hurt Adamson that much. I think they have a deep roster with capable players ready to step up in place of Renzo. But it definitely hurts yung Renzo Competente. I mean, he's getting up there in age already. Magiging essentially third, by the time he suits up again, it'll be his fourth season in since he entered the UAAP. So that's a pretty long while where he actually gets his footing in the UAAP. Maui.
Yeah, I think ito yung cautionary tale when we talk about players needing to maximize whatever time they have on the court. Diba? You don't know what will happen to you tomorrow. One injury can potentially derail your career, and it's a bit unfortunate because unlike players like Lastimosa, this guy hasn't been given the chance and could have finally gotten that chance to showcase himself in the UAAP. But unfortunately, this knee injury, as Sammy said, will prevent him from joining Adamson the whole season. All we wish is a speedy recovery and hopefully can be able to continue to improve, and hopefully next season he still gets his chance. Diba? This is why we think that this is also another reason why I think it's ludicrous yung new UAP rules na nagtatanggal pa ng 2 years eligibility, because the players will need the star players maybe don't need any of the full eligibility years, but these players like Competente, the players who are looking to make a name for themselves, will definitely need all the eligibility that they can to prove themselves worthy of becoming a professional basketball player. And hopefully it's the last we see until we open the season, which will open in less than 2 weeks. It's very unfortunate, especially for players who've trained the whole 9 months since the last UAP season to get injured weeks before. I think this was the same fate suffered by Lebron Nieto during the previous season, and it's pretty painful. I don't know, maybe it's more painful.
Parehong lefties. Saka former Gilas. Is there a curse?
I don't know if hopefully not. Hopefully not, but I don't know if what's more painful, getting injured midway through the season or before even getting to show up. Definitely will be derailed for a year or two, but hopefully speedy recovery. I mean, maybe he can look at LeBron Nieto's recovery if he does pretty well. Diba? He can use him as a gauge as to what he can be come season 89. But very unfortunate news. Anytime we see a player go down with a bad injury,
we don't know his exact nature of the injury yet, Maui.
Yeah.
Wala sinabi.
Wala pa.
Yeah, just a knee injury. But yeah, hopefully he can have a speedy recovery and get back to shape come season 89. It's very unfortunate, diba, pag it leaves a sour note, a sour taste on the mouth anytime a player suffers an injury that ends his season even before it started.
Yeah. So I think well said. Speedy recovery for Renzo Competente. Prayers. Moving on. Let's do our topic for today. Top UAAP players you want to see play for the SEA Games. Let's start. Gab, you want to start?
I'm going to go with the obvious choice. And I think he's already expressed his willingness to play for the Philippine team, given he's already played before. Mike Phillips, man, get Motor Mike back in the SEA Games. I mean, I think Coach Norman already said, we need bigs. Mm-hmm. Sino pa ba kundi the top big man in the UAAP? Mike Phillips. This guy can defend all over the court, can defend on the perimeter, can defend inside the paint. He can play make from the high post if needed, but he doesn't need to the beauty of Motor Mike is you don't need to run plays for Motor Mike. He can impact the game just by being on the court with his hustle, with his rebounding, with his rim protection. I think he's a perfect fit. I think he's gonna back up Ange eventually. I think Ange is lined up to start. I mean, I think you would if you were Coach yung Norman Black. But as a backup to Ange Kwame, there is no one better than Mike Phillips, and this helps the case for him to further represent
Exactly.
Gilas as a FIBA eligible player. The fact that he's played already for a second straight a second SEA Games for the Philippines. So I think get Motor Mike in there. We all want Motor Mike in the FIBA competitions for Gilas, given our dearth of bigs. So get him here in the SEA Games. I think it really helps his case.
I agree. That's a good pick, Gab. The obvious choice. I do have another top pick. For me, I don't know if Maui will pick him, but I think when we talk about Motor Mike, we're talking about long term. Then, diba? This builds the case. We not only need him for SEA Games, but we need him for Gilas. Badly need fresh legs dun sa big man position natin. Saludo kay Japet Aguilar, but we need someone to replace him. So Motor Mike would be the perfect replacement for that. And I think Motor Mike played nung SEA Games last time, but yung nung time na yon, very different Motor Mike yun from at least the Motor Mike that we're seeing today. So I would be interested to see how Motor Mike will fare against the SEA Games, the other Southeast Asian teams in this year's competition. Maui, any thoughts on Motor Mike, or and then share your pick?
Yeah, I think easiest pick is Motor Mike, and I think si Gab hit it on the nail that this could also be a to further build up yung resume ni Motor Mike to eventually get that elusive non-naturalized Filipino. Kasi I think right now he's considered a naturalized Filipino for FIBA. What we're hoping is he eventually gets to play as a local in FIBA sanctioned tournaments, so that we have more options as big men. We want Japet Aguilar and Junmar Fajardo, to be honest, to hang up their shoes. They're starting to, they're already, si Japet, I would say, has already reached father time, close to 40, and si Junmar is closing in on that, starting to become unplayable international basketball. But I would be pretty ecstatic to hear if Mike Phillips can do a QMB type of miracle and get his eligibility. We've seen him play the SEA Games before, and he's a type of big that could thrive internationally. He's very quick. He doesn't need this the ball on his hands. I think the only thing separating him from being an ideal big man is really outside shooting niya, and maybe to a certain degree yung free throw shooting niya. But yeah, si
I
Mike
was
Phillips,
about to say, bago yung outside shooting, baka gusto mo na free throws.
Kahit free throw lang.
but si Mike Phillips is definitely the prime target, I would say, for any UAP team. If you were to ask me, I would probably go to UP, the next top team, and I would say that maybe the next best option is somebody that participated in a camp abroad. I think it's Jacob Baila. I think we need to build up yung wings natin for Gilas. I think that's something we have to do. Something we definitely need. And si Baila has had Gilas experience. He's been every summer he's been in international camps, and what better way to get more training and get more exposure by playing in the men's team, even in the SEA Games. I think si Baila could eventually have a future. One of my sources from the UP camp mentioned that they're training him to become like a sort of Gabe Norwood type of guy, somebody who's a glue guy, somebody who can do everything on the floor, and the best player, hit 3-pointers. And I think si Baila has a lot of potential. We haven't seen him really break out yet sa UAAP, but I would be very excited to see what he can offer for the men's team. If you were to ask me maybe a few months ago, definitely si Francis Lopez from UP could be a candidate.
Yeah,
And
for
still
sure.
could be. Diba? So we're talking about somebody from the B League. So, ano na lang, side note na lang yun, non-UAAP player. Si Francis Lopez is definitely somebody that they should also look into.
Gab?
Sige, go Sam. Sige ako. I actually didn't have. I was surprised with the Viola pick. I didn't
Same.
have Viola. I
Same.
had someone
Nakalimutan
different
ko.
from the UP Fighting Maroons to possibly put in the lineup, and I'll mention it later. But I mean, tall wing. I can see the appeal. I'm not sure if he'll get a ton of minutes under Norman Black, yung given how young he is and his 3-point shot is not yet consistent. But I do like it. Lengthy wing,
Yeah.
can defend multiple possessions, can knock down the three, are not as consistent. I do want to go with someone with a more proven shot, with a more proven trigger, so someone you can run off screens. But yeah, I love the Viola pick. I did not have him on my list for current UAAP players to
Same.
yung that I want to see in the SEA Games. Sammy.
Same. Completely forgot about Baila, but I do agree with Maui's pick. Former Gilas, under 16 team, si Jacob Baila. So,
The only
perfect.
legitimate rookie from that class.
Hindi ko na nga binanggit. Maui, grabe ka naman. I love that pick and I would love to see him. Another guy I would love to see play for the Gilas team. Okay, moving on. My pick, I also picked someone tall, someone who can play multiple positions. I'm going with Kimani Ladi, someone that I want to
I had him as my
see.
number. Nice one, Sam.
So,
Nice one.
I was choosing Mike Phillips was the obvious choice, Gab. Kaya sinabi ko, parang Mike Phillips was the obvious choice. Pero parang, if there's one guy I had to pick from the UAAP teams, I'm going with Kimani Ladi because I want to see this guy play internationally. I do want to build that resume na, again, similar to what you said about Mike, Gab, na this is further proof na maybe this will help him become eligible as a local in the Gilas team. Because I was talking to some of my friends, like friends from LaSalle. This is a guy we really want to see play for Gilas. Like, imagine if you had a guy with this length and this versatility, can defend multiple positions, really good 3-point shooter. Oh, wow. Like, he can play multiple positions for Gilas right now. I wish we can see him play for the Philippines in the SEA Games. At least that's like a small step for the Kimani Ladi Gilas Hail Mary. Kasi I don't think he's eligible, but malay mo, 'di ba? Malay mo may miracle tayo. And same for SEA Games, 'di ba? Kimani can slot in. He can play a small ball 5. He can play a wing, a guard. He can defend multiple positions. And I do want to see him play against international competition then. So, I'm going with Kimani Ladi.
Natawa lang ako sa notion na we now consider a 6'8" guy as a small ball 5. But this is the effect of FSAs. FYI, Kinito Henson. This is the effect of having FSAs. We now consider a 6'8" as a small ball 5, and I love the pick. He's a 6'8" wing. Saan ka nakahanap sa Pilipinas ng 6'8" na wing? He's a wing. You look at his highlights from college, his games from college in the United States. He was playing as a wing. He was not a big. He's a big now in Ateneo because again he's 6'8". But his outside shot, he's primarily a wing. He can handle the ball. Maybe handles it a bit spottily yet as of now, but you can see the skills. He does have handles. He can post up. He can attack from the perimeter. He can hit mid-range shots. He can hit outside shots. And again, this may not be FIBA, but it's still international basketball, and outside shooting is still a key component of the game in international basketball. I think we saw this a few years ago. I think Thailand shoots a lot of threes. Indonesia, who we faced in did we face him in the finals? Yeah, we did. Under Chot Reyes, diba? I think we lost. If I'm not mistaken. Did we lose? Yeah, we did, diba? Yung under Chot Reyes. So, we need outside shooting. And if you have a 6'8" guy who can stretch the floor like Kimani Ladi, get him in. I mean, everyone's hyped about Kimani. I think there's a good chance to introduce him to a wider Filipino audience.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sure there are non-UAP fans who have never heard of Kimani Ladi, and I think there's a good opportunity for them to get to know this guy. 6'8", 6'8" wing. Yun pa lang, alam mo nang one of a kind siya. Kasi there are no 6'8" wings in the Philippines.
Who shoots threes on
Who
a
shoots
good,
threes.
decent rate. Huh?
Yeah, ako agree ako. Very good pick. And I mean, it's one of the reasons why players like Zave Locero and Kai Balungay are people who we want to eventually get Gilas eligibility. I don't know if si Locero really does legitly have Gilas eligibility, but I think si Balungay is something that's his main goal. This is why he's also been playing in the PBA right now. And he decided to exit Ateneo pretty early. I think he's the same age as Kimani Ladi, around 24 years old. And it's a bit fortunate for us because we're at least, at the very least, we're starting to see prospects, real players who can really play internationally. These types of players we did see maybe 10 years ago. The Balungays, the Luceros, the Kimani Ladis, and I'm hopeful. Di ba? Maybe much like si Mike Phillips, this could be the route, the jump starter that he needs to be able to eventually suit up for Gilas. Hopefully, it doesn't take as long as si Newsam. Di ba? Kasi si Newsam, I think, got his eligibility when he was already 30 plus years old. So I think that's the best case scenario for sila Mike Phillips. Hopefully, we get them. Him and Kimani Ladi could be future players for Gilas. I love their versatility. I love their height for Gilas. I think that's the main thing that we should be looking at when we join the Asian Games, when we join the SEA Games. This could be future players for the national team because, believe it or not, what really matters to a basketball fan is not winning the SEA Games. It's not winning the Asian Games. It's potentially qualifying for the Olympics, potentially becoming the best team in Asia. So these tournaments, we should take advantage, diba? We should put these players so that eventually we could maybe put them into consideration with FIBA to play as locals. I think that's the first step. It did not work with Jordan Clarkson. Maybe it was too late, but I think this is the best route as we've seen in the past.
Oy, Gab, baka let's do another round. By the way,
Well, I
before
did.
we move on, I think I forgot to mention. I think meron na tayong a few players that Coach Norman Black already confirmed that are playing for the team: Justin Brownlee, Ange Kwame, Remy Martin, Bobby Ray Parks, Matthew Wright, Dave Ildefonso, Jason Brickman, VJ Pre. So VJ Pre is like ex na. So we don't need to mention VJ because I think he's already confirmed. So Gab, let's move on to your other pick.
I had someone from the UP Fighting Maroons, but I did not have Jacob Baila. I had Scary Jerry on it. Now, listen, if you look at the Sakto Sami that you mentioned, the guys who have already committed to playing the SEA Games, there are no defenders except for Ange, probably. But yeah, I don't think Brickman is known as a perimeter stopper. I don't think David Defonso is a decent defender. He's not a perimeter. I don't think you would classify David Defonso as a you know a perimeter stopper. He's not that guy. Ray Parks not a defensive stopper. Matthew Wright is definitely not a defensive stopper. Si VJ Pre is not a defensive stopper. So we need someone to play defense. And who else do you want? Then I think the best perimeter defender right now in the UAP, si Jerry Abadiano. Now he's been handling a bigger offensive role for the UP Fighting Maroons recently, but we've seen him have a lesser role. We've seen him be a role player, and that's his role. If he is gonna be on the Sea Games roster, that will be his role. He's gonna be a perimeter defender, and I think he's okay with that. I don't think he needs offensive opportunities. I don't think he needs shots. I think he'll be happy if Coach Norman tells him, Jerry, you go guard sino ba sa Thailand? Si Tyler Lamb? I do remember. Yeah, si Tyler Lamb, di ba yung kanilang shooter? Yeah, Jerry, you go guard Tyler Lamb. I think Jerry Abadano will cherish that moment, will cherish that assignment. Like, okay, I'm gonna stop this guy. And diba, I've always been impressed with this perimeter defense, with the way he closes out, and with the way he closes out, with the way he moves his feet, with the way he uses his hands to disrupt plays. I think this guy, in terms of maybe not traditionally because we already have a ton of guards, but as a guy who could fill a role, could fill a very clear defensive
Specialist.
hole. Oh, a specialist, exactly. I think Jerry Abajano should be, and he can knock down shots also. If ever, he doesn't have to be played off the floor on defense, because if you give him the ball wide open, he will shoot it, and he will probably knock it down if he's wide open.
Not afraid of the big moments also.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Jerry Abajano, among all the guards, because may Brickman na, may Remy Martin, may Matthew Wright, I think si Jerry Abajano, his skill set will be very valuable for Gilas Pilipinas.
Maui.
Yeah, I think very good pick, Abadiano. As you mentioned, Gab, so far ang defensive player lang talaga sa team is si Kwame. And we all know that Norman Black also thrives on great defense. I think having a player of the caliber of Jerry Abadiano would be a good addition to Gilas and to the SEA Games lineup. And I think he was a Gilas player before, so that's very good. I think we need more people to get exposure, and we don't need real point guards, diba? We have real point guards in the team. This is not like the Coach Tim-led team where we didn't have pure point guards. I think the Brickman is generally considered a pure point guard for this team. So
Si Remy Martin, I think is a pure point guard. I think from his time in the NCAA in the US, diba? Talagang point guard talaga siya.
Talaga? Okay. Hindi ko siya napapanood. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. So yeah, I think we need specialists, especially the team where we want to stop the top players from the other countries, especially the shooters. Actually, just some note on the team. I just want to say that I'm very happy that Ray Parks, David Alfonso, and Matthew Wright are most likely going to play. Kasi it looks like they were on the blacklist of the
Norman
Gilas team.
Blacklist.
Hindi daw nila alam yung triangle, Maui, kaya sa blacklist.
So maybe the Ravenas, diba, can also get a call. Maybe they would be interested to play, especially si Kiefer for his old coach. But if I were to pick another player from the UAAP, I would say that another one that I would potentially consider is Jello Crisostomo from the UST Growling Tigers.
That was
just
my next
because
pick. Yeah.
maybe he's not yet ready to play the three internationally, but just because I think that this type of exposure to a national team, the training, getting to play with other players who have vast experiences could potentially be a good exposure to him. I mean, we saw how KQ was really motivated during his first stint sa Gilas. Remember when KQ first played for our national team, was still playing center, diba? And then he played with the likes of people who played in Japan, like Kiefer, Turdy, and the likes. And I think Jello Crisostomo being able to get that kind of exposure could be good for his development in the long term. And who knows? Maybe he could convert to the 2, to the 3. We've seen how he is developed in one season. Maybe eventually he could be a potential Gilas player. I think he has that ceiling to him. Maybe he just needs he just needs to call KQ's training staff or get some better exposure. I think this is the best way to do it. We want to mix The SEA Games has historically been a tournament where we mix pros and non-pros, diba? And we do that to get them exposure.
I love that you picked Jello Crisostomo because I had him on my list. I mean, just the size alone and the skill set and the fact that he can knock down threes right now, I think he's a lock. I had him even over Nick Cabanero as a potential Gilas guy because he can play the four. From the commits that we've listed, for that Norman Black listed, I think we're good in the wings. We have Ray, we have Matthew Wright, we have David Defonso. So I think if you put Nick in there, I think he'll be more of a bench guy. So I want someone who can play the four. And someone like Jello Crisostomo. Actually, silang dalawa ni Kimani Ladi ang pinag-isipan ko. Plus some another guy, maybe we'll mention it. We'll mention him later. But silang dalawa because both guys lengthy, very athletic, can defend multiple positions. I love Jello Crisostomo's game. I love yung sabi nga ni Maui, he's primed for a big year. And what better way to cap off that big year or to continue that big year with a stint in the SEA Games. So I'm all for it. I had him on the top of my list. If ever Norman Black was taking someone from UST, he should definitely look at Jello Crisostomo. Sammy.
I love that pick. He was number 3 on my board. So Kimani, Mike, and then Jello Crisostomo. I love the other picks, obviously, like si Jacob Baila, Jerry Abadiano, both from UP. Yung versatility din ni Jello Crisostomo is what I like. As mentioned by Gab, I also sort of picked players that were 6'5" and above for my top priority dito sa team, given the existing 8 that we already had on Coach Norman Black's team. I think dun sa existing 8, diba? Like, only, sino ba? Si Brownlee, Kwame, and Ray Parks. Well, VJ Pre pala is also 6'5", but the rest are kind of smaller. So, I prioritize height. So, I think Jello Crisostomo would be perfect. I do think you make a good point, Maui. Baka he might not get the minutes, pero the exposure, the experience, it would be good for him moving forward. And we talked about Mike Phillips. We talked about Kimani Ladi. Those are the two bigs that we've talked about so far. Those guys were wishful thinking pa lang, diba? We're daydreaming na they will be eligible for Gilas. Jello Crisostomo, he's eligible. We know he can play for Gilas. So, this is, great for his growth and development. So, since you picked Jello Crisostomo, I'm going with another big man na I feel like is sort of in the same mold as Jello Crisostomo. A guy that's legit eligible, pure local, probably won't get to play a lot maybe in this lineup if he's playing behind these guys. But I want him to get the experience because I feel like we just need a big man. And I'm going with Gab's boy, PJ Palacielo. So,
wow.
For me, I want to see PJ Palacielo play for the SEA Games. I think this is a good opportunity for a guy like PJ Palacielo to play. Alam mo na, Southeast Asian Games naman, diba? So, it's not going to be like the big Asian teams that we're going to go up against. So I think PJ Palacielo has a chance to play for this SEA Games team. And we've seen him develop through the years. And I'm just desperate for a big man. So if he continues to develop into a 4, I think you could put him in Gilas. Kasi again, saludo, kudos to you, to Japet Aguilar, but we need another big man. So, I'm going with PJ Palacielo.
That was shocking. I actually had 2 other bigs, and I'll mention them now. One is Mason Amos. For obvious reason, he's already played for the Gilas men's for the FIBA teams before. Outside shooting, we need it. He's an outside shooter. Probably not much of a defender compared to the others, but if you need a specialist to shoot, to get corner threes, yung wide open corner threes, I think si Mason Amos a good pick. But I actually had Gary Stevens. I didn't have
Oh,
my
I thought you
boy.
were going with Luis Pablo. Okay, okay. Gani
Oh,
Stevens.
I
Okay.
was because I was looking at we're gonna need some big. So we have Kwame, we have Mike. We need a third center. I didn't actually think of PJ, and I'm pretty disappointed in myself. I didn't think of my boy. Si PJ, yung ano,
Grabe,
limutan ko.
Gab. Kinalimutan mo
Kasi
na.
nung naisip ko sa NU, siguro si Jake Figueroa ang naisip ko
Figueroa, yeah.
as possibly another wing to add
True.
there. But I actually had Tigani. So Mason and Tigani Stevens, Tigani Stevens as a third string center. Again, a guy who doesn't need plays ran for him. So a guy just plug in as a third string center, so yung soak up a few minutes and get some much needed
Mhm.
rebounds. I think he's been
Mala
playing really
Frank
well.
Golia ba yan? Sa
No,
08 to 2012 Ateneo.
wow, what a throwback! Frank the
Throwback.
Tank. Throwback.
Shout out to
But
Frank
yeah,
the Tank.
I love the Gani Stevens fit here again with with the lineup currently. We don't need someone to take shots because we have a lot of guys who can take shots. Si Brownlee pa lang, alam natin maraming shots yan eh. So uh, we need someone who can do the other things, and that's Gani Stevens, Mike Phillips. So, but I'm disappointed I didn't think of PJ. Si PJ nga pala. Maui.
To be fair, Gab, I think Mason Amos is the clear favorite if you were to choose between Amos and PJ. I just didn't pick him kasi naglaro na rin si Amos sa Gilas team talaga. So I wanted to give a chance for other guys to get to play. But I agree. It should probably be Mason. Yeah. Maui.
Yeah. Yeah, I think si Mason should be a lock if they allow UAP players, di ba? If you played for the national team and you're eligible to play for this, and you're a young gun like Amos, who the national team has invested heavily on, putting him in the lineup, even in games, Olympic qualifying games, I think he should be in the lineup. Diba? You want him to get some spotlight, you want him to get some minutes, you want him to be able to use his experience from the other tournament. So definitely si Mason Amos could be another option. Diba? He was the star of under 16 and under 18 teams in Gilas. So talagang he should be a cornerstone also of Gilas. I don't know, but I would probably say from Ateneo, if I were to pick another guy that I want to be in the SEA Games, that could eventually be a part of the team, si Juan Tuano. I like yung length niya at 6'3", 6'4", as a shooting guard for Gilas. Maybe he doesn't have the shooting yet to become a good player internationally, but if we play the triangle, I love having wing players who know how to slash. I think si Tuano was able to showcase that primarily last season when he didn't have the ball in his hands a lot of the time. And this is a guy that also does not have Gilas eligibility, I think, as confirmed by my convo nung sa parents. His parents are very supportive
Sayang.
of this guy. They watch him. I think most of our conversations they were asking me, how do we get him to play in the B League in Korea? Ganyan. And I told them that it's still possible. They just have to do a few things. And I think this is one of the things that they should prioritize. Getting him to play with the Philippine jersey. Because that will give you a better case to eventually get yung eligibility mo to play in all leagues in Asia. Diba? So, Tuano is a guy that I am looking at just because of the potential I see. At 6'4", 6'3", maybe if he grows a little bit more. But I like that he's lanky, he's big, he looks pro-ready with his body. Maybe yung, as I mentioned, yung 3-point shooting niya is something that he has to improve on. But he could be potentially a guy that we could use in some tournaments.
I actually had him also on my
I like
list.
Sean.
Again, the outside shooting is suspect, but as a guy who is a decent defender, I wouldn't say he's a defensive stopper, but he's a decent defender who can get to the basket, can run some offense, can create his own shot. I think Sean would be a perfect fit for this Gilas team. Again, sabi mo rin, Maui, someone who's not eligible, who's not FIBA eligible, but you can see him making Gilas team in the future, yung given his size and his length. So, yeah, I'm on it. I have a different question though for you guys. If hindi pa ni-name ni Coach Norman Black yung the rest of the roster. So, hindi pa yan yung na-name
I,
na Brickman, yung sina Martin, sina Reyes, sina Dave. Who else would you consider? Because we're
I,
primarily focused on the bigs eh. Kasi
yeah,
yun yung
I think
kailangan ngayon. So,
I
sino pa
think
yung
the
piliin nyo?
I think the obvious ones would be the guards, diba? We have a ton of talent at at the guard position. If you list them down, Fortsky, Ray
Manguna na ako.
Remogat,
The Cool
Kian
Cub.
Baklaan, Jacob Cortez. So you're
Ako, the
going
Cool
with
Cub
Jacob
talaga.
Cortez. I would go with Fortsky just because I'm looking for a pure point guard. I get Jacob Cortez also. Gab, ikaw dun sa mga, let's say dun sa mga guards lang. If you had to pick one, sinong pipiliin mo?
Definitely the Cool Cub as well. So Jacob Cortez, I had him. I just want to see him cook in the international game. Let's see how he fares internationally. So I definitely have him there. For the others, wait lang. Umuulan. Kayo muna.
I like Baklaan also. I think may mga nakikita ko sa social media feeds ko, there are people who are sort of trying to push for Coach Norman Black to get Kian Baklaan.
Baka magkasunto ka
I
doon
wanna,
sa SEA Games.
ako gusto ko makita. He's what? 5'8". Would love to see
Ako
like a
ayoko.
small guard
Suntukan. Only
dominate.
suntukan.
Hindi suntukan. I mean, watch si Kian Baklaan play. Hindi naman suntukan. But
Kala ko rin suntukan eh. Kala ko rin suntukan.
yung ba? Hindi, ako gusto ko lang makita si Baklaan. I think his best bet is to start with the SEA Games then. Joric Bautista, if we were talking about like specialists, Mr. Fourth Quarter, Joric Bautista.
I have
Jonabit.
si Joric.
John
Jonabit
Abate
is
also
another.
is
Jonabit's a good pick. He's a big guard.
big guard,
Bro,
yeah.
tsaka combo
Big,
guard.
solid guard.
Combo guard.
guard. Yeah.
Tsaka he
I
he
like
knows
that.
how to play. He played in the US also, 'di ba? So he has international experience to a certain degree. But yeah, I think si Kian Baklaan will be nice to see. Parang yung mga Japanese, 'di ba? They have minions. Will also have minions and see how they fare internationally. It doesn't mean if you're not close to 6 foot that you should be discriminated or canceled and not be able to play. Di ba? Kian could show that he has the talent and that he could play internationally. But I think si Cool Cub talaga. I love si Cool Cub and I want to see him eventually suit up for the national team if it's possible. Si Rimogat siguro is another option, but maybe with the Norman Black type of system, he's not a type of guard, di ba? Norman Black usually, although he had Jai Reyes before Ateneo, but Norman Black likes to have a feisty point guard starting for him. I think it's one of the main reasons why si Newsam was really converted to a point guard sa PBA for Meralco because of his defense also. So yeah, actually it used to be before lahat ng players puro mga from the UAP or NCA, di ba? So it's good that we decided to discuss which players we think are potential players for the SEA Games.
Kung wings, I think kung wala lang kasi sina Bobby Ray, Matthew Wright,
Alarcon?
and si Dave Harold Alarcon, Nick
Mhm.
Cabanero, I would love
Nick
to see
Cabanero.
him yung in a Gilas jersey play in the SEA Games. Now, is he a knockdown shooter? I don't think so, but he's a big, strong dude who can get to the
Big
basket.
boy.
You can post up yung smaller players. Nick Cabanero, Jake Figueroa, I do want to see him now. Much like Sean Tuan, similarly, cannot shoot yet. It's a very questionable outside shot. So that's why I'm leaning more towards guys like Alarcon and Cabanero who have shown that they can knock down the outside shot.
Okay. I think that's it for today's episode. Let us know your thoughts. Who do you want to see? Any current players you want to see play for the Philippines in the upcoming SEA Games? Comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. We're excited to see you and talk more about the UAAP. A few more a few more days, hindi naman a few more days, like 2 more weeks before the start of the UAAP. We're going to cover everything. Excited for season 88. So
Sana walang bagyo.
make sure
Kasi
sana
sa
walang
UST
bagyo.
Games eh.
Nasa UST tayo. Kung hindi, sama-sama
Oh
tayo
my God.
matatrap doon.
Oh my God.
Sama-sama tayo matatrap doon. Kita-kita tayo, guys. Subscribe so you can get updated in real time whenever we post something new. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.